Start. Hi all, this is Team Yoda and we are here to present our research paper on how does cloud computing and its techniques change the modern world. So Mahesh, Vishnu, Ayappa and myself Vishwa are from Team Yoda and we are here to present the paper. So coming to the abstract, cloud computing is a novel concept in a world driven by innovation. So it should be noted that cloud computing has just grown in a number of functions it can perform. So in the recent years, cloud computing has gained many trends in our life. For example, industries, businesses, marketing, etc., where the cloud computing is just like the distributed systems, which means a group of remote servers containing visualization technology uh, that is accessed over the internet. So here, users do not need to maintain the physical hardware because the cloud provider will manage the infrastructures for us, so that using of hardware and software on the user's side is decreased. All we need is the internet for accessing these resources. So the main characteristics of this cloud computing that we are about AWS, Azure, and the GCP, and cloud applications and the visualization as well. So next come.
Yeah, this is Vishwa. Yeah, this is Venkatayapari. I'm going to discuss about the introduction to cloud computing. The cloud computing of a computer service through the internet, which includes the servers, storage, database, networking, software analytics, and intelligence. You normally only pay for the cloud service which you actually use, which lowers your operational expenses, improves the operation of your infrastructure, and allows you to grow your business and requirement changes. Coming to background and significance, cloud computing is a crucial for the business of variety reasons, like including large scale data storages, analytics, online services, delivery, etc. Here, nine of the most important factors that which includes the cloud computing for the business in 2022. Like first one comes under flexibility. Flexibility is nothing but which a cloud computing use staff members may be more adaptable for both within and outside the office. Coming to data recovery, physically servers and hard drives that have been damaged might be difficult to recover data from. Recovery might not be feasible if actual device is severely damaged. And coming to now maintenance, managing the upkeep of entire system is constant for business employing traditional servers configurations. uh, Regular inspections are not only necessary, but components are also need to replace often when they were out of stop operating. And coming to easy access, cloud computing may be actually cloud computing makes it more simple to access data, applications, and corporate websites, etc. Increase its security. All of information you access and save via cloud computing is stored there. The business interface can still access even if a laptop is lost or broken. Coming to high speed and quick deployment, software developments, agility, and speed were drastically changed by the ability to quickly launch additional cloud computing instances. And coming to efficiency and cost reduction, um, you save a tons of money by using a cloud infrastructure instead of buying and maintaining expensive hardwares. Coming to data security, regardless of size or sector, data security is one of the top issues for any firm. Coming to mobility, like it is most important to keep everyone informed, and cloud computing makes it possible for mobile access to company data via smartphones and other devices. Yeah, from here my friend will be continuing.
Yeah, hi. My name is Vishnu. I'm going to start my presentation with research design and methods. Like here we can see here there are different cloud providers in the market. Those are Amazon, Azure, and then IBM, Google cloud providers. And any of these providers provide three of services. Those are we can see in the picture in the triangle shape, the end users, application developers, and the network architectures. That means SaaS, PaaS, and IaaS. Coming to start my presentation with SaaS. The name, the abbreviation itself says that software as a service. That means software as a service is the delivery of an application as a web service. We have nothing to handle here, everything including operating system, security updates, application code, and physical infrastructure will be maintained by the cloud provider. We immediately use the finished goods. That means the in the triangle shape we can see here there are the SaaS means the end users. That means, for example, some of the SaaS services are database services, app services, and etc. Coming to the PaaS, the second one, that means the platform as a service. Platform as a service refers to a set of services that provides users with an environment in which they may run applications. In this case, the client will just need to handle the operating system and the software code. The cloud provider will take care of remaining items, and then including the infrastructure and operating systems and bugs of securities, something, etc. And some of the PaaS services here I'm going to tell about you. Google Drive, and then Google Photos, and then Office 365, like that. And then the last one is IaaS. IaaS means the network architecture. IaaS service is one of the common services that are offered by all the cloud providers. In this scenario, cloud service providers will handle some aspects, while consumers will handle other ones. As an illustration, a virtual machine is hosting an application. In such a virtual machine, the cloud provider will manage the hardware, but the users or customers will be in charge of operating systems, applications, and the security patches. These are I will tell you about some of IaaS services. These are network, security, and then storage. Coming to the next slide, I'm going to tell you about the cloud services. Vishal, can you please change the slide? Yeah, here we can see that some of the cloud services, traditional premise, infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, software as a service, IaaS, are like that. Here we can see all the blocks out there. The blue blocks are all are the self-managed, and then all the green blocks which we managed by the vendor. That means the managed by the cloud provider. These are the services which were managed by managed how the cloud service is going to manage. From the next slide onwards, my friend is going to continue.
Yes, just a moment. One second. Can you try to speak now? I'm not able to hear you. Just a moment.
We are unable to see your slide.
Not able to.
We are unable to see your PPT.
Mhm. No?
No. Can you pause the recording? Yeah, okay. Yeah. Hi, Professor. This is Mahesh Makam. Today I'm going to give a presentation about the research design, and I'm going to give a Can you go to the next slide? Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the current society, the cloud is categorized into the four parts. Those are public cloud, private cloud, hybrid cloud, and multi-cloud. Coming to the public cloud, in this public cloud, the company whole IT infrastructure is managed by a single cloud provider. Those are Amazon, AWS, or Google. In the coming to the private cloud, in this the company whole IT infrastructure is managed by the company itself only. And coming to the hybrid cloud, in the company, it is a combination of the public cloud and private cloud to meet the security, redundancy, and reliability. In this, the organization will use the both public and private cloud. Some of the services will use it from the public cloud, and some of the services used by the private cloud. Coming to the multi-cloud, in this, the whole IT infrastructure shared by the multiple cloud providers like Microsoft Azure, Amazon AWS, and etc. Vishwa, can you go to the next slide? So coming to the research schedule and milestone, in this present, first we will choose a topic according to the group interest. Then the select in the next process, in the next step, for the selected topic, we will gather all the resources. In the next one, then after we will choose the outline of the research proposal. Then we will give the research on the different cloud platforms. In the next step, we will give a report on the what each platform is best for, and in the next step we will provide the research details and the concluding them with the results. In the next step, like we will provide all the research that we got from the different cloud provider, and the final in the finally we will we will submit the report on what we get by the different cloud providers. Next step, my friend Vishnu will continue.
So this is part of the ancient cloud architecture. So earlier, the cloud providers used to have like a huge amount of area where they place their data centers, and they had to maintain those most expensive hardware devices. So instead of that, the present cloud computing, that is, which justifies our title, like how the cloud computing changed the modern world, is like we do not maintain the servers with all the new technology from the Docker and the Kubernetes clusters as well. We maintain all the cloud data centers with minimal amount of cost efficiency and less amount of time to create any of the services. So we are going, I've done experiments on 3 clouds: the Microsoft Azure, the Amazon Web Services, and the Google Cloud. So let's see experiments from the Amazon Web, the Microsoft Azure Cloud at first. So Mahesh, can you just take over?
Yeah, okay. I'm just saving my screen. Okay. Are you able to see my screen?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the Microsoft Azure platform that we created. In order to create any in this platform, each and every resources we call as a resource. In order to create this resource, first we need to create a resource group. Simply, we will go to the resource group section and we will just click on the create button. In this, we will give the research like name of the research name of the resource group name. I'm giving the resource group 2, and we will select the different regions, and I'm just clicking the review plus create. So it will create the resource group section. Why we are creating the resource group means resource group is mandatory for storing all the resources that we are going to create. Yes. Next, I'm going to create a virtual machine. So I'm clicking Azure virtual machine. Here we are going to first we need to select the resource group that we created in the previous steps, that is RM2, and we will give the name of the virtual machine and the region, and these are all the basic basic fields. Then we need to select, like, we are going to create the Windows virtual machines here. And this is the standard, like what type of CPU and how much memory we need to allocate. I'm select the basic version. Then after we need to create, like, we have to give the name of like username and password for the virtual machine. Here we need to select the inbound ports. Like by using this port only, we can connect to our created virtual machine. After all, just we need to create the review and create button. It will create the virtual machine for us. For the time sake, I already created a virtual machine here, that is VM1. I'm connecting to the those virtual machine. For that, we need to download this RDP file. Once we clicking the connect button, when we click the RDP button, we will download an RDP file here. I already downloaded the RDP file. Just open this, double click on this. Just enter the username and password. So once we give the username and password, we are able to log in into the virtual machine. This is the created virtual machine, and we are inside the virtual machine. This is. My friend will continue. Vishwa will continue from the next step. Vishwa, I can share your screen. We are unable to hear your voice.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Just a moment. So I'll be taking over for the experiments that we have done in the Amazon Web Services. So this is the basic console of the Amazon cloud, and as we have discussed, we are just experimenting on creating the virtual machines in different cloud platforms. So basically, cloud is generally a vast subject, and this is just a piece of cake of what we are doing. So let me just create an instance in the cloud. So I'll just log in with all my credentials. So let us create a virtual, let us launch an instance first. So we'll have different kind of the operating system providers. So here we can see the Linux system, Mac OS, Red Hat, and all kinds of flavors of the operating systems. So here, for just an example, we'll select the Windows Server of the freeware, and then we choose the instance type. So this actually depends on what kind of project and what kind of work you'll be doing. So next, I'm just selecting the free tier, and next we need to choose the network. So the Amazon cloud just gives you a default network subnets and all for just for kind of a basic educational purpose. So if you want to change the permissions of it, you can just create a new VPC up here. Just because of time's constraint, we are just showing you what we can actually do by creating this. So I'll just go with all the default things. And coming to the storage, you can add the number of gigabytes. You can just change to whatever size you're required for your work. And next comes the tag, which is an optional thing just for you to remember. And next comes the security group. So I just go with the basic security group given by the Amazon cloud, and you can just add your permissions to everything, and you can just put it as on all traffic, which allows all the incoming and outgoing packets. So I just review them up here and I launch it. So once I can actually choose an existing pair or create a new pair as well. So for just for the time sake, I have already created a demo virtual machine. So if I just try to connect to the system, it will take me around 5 to 10 minutes to generate all the keys and the password. So just let me go to the instances part. So I had an instance named demo here, which I've created earlier. So I'll just try to connect to the virtual machine. So here, to connect to a Windows system, the way I chose is to connect to the Microsoft Remote Desktop. So just let me share my whole screen. So this is our Microsoft Remote Desktop, and you can actually enter the system name up here. As you can see, I'll just copy the public DNS value and I'll just paste it up here. And I just gave my system's name as Vishwa and I tried to save it. And then you can just try to connect with the password and the username. So as you can see here, the username is the administrator. So you can just copy that, and the password. To get the password, you need to decrypt it. So as I've said earlier, we have downloaded a keypad. So I'll just browse my keypad. So it's called demo.pem, and this will decrypt my password. So I'll just copy the password up here and give it to my credentials list. And I'll click on continue and give the permission for it. So this will connect to a remote desktop server, which has just been created within a span of 10 minutes. But if you take the traditional way, it will take a long amount of hours and long amount of workload and huge amount of time and cost as well. So I've just created everything, and you can just use up as your regular computer up here. So this is experiments with the cloud and Azure. So Azure cloud and the Google, the Amazon cloud as well. So coming, so yeah, these are types of cloud, and let's get into the plots. So as per the data we have created, we have the market share value for the Q1 of the 2022, and where the Amazon Web Services is the leading provider. Uh, just next to the other cloud providers. And as we see as an individual cloud, the Amazon Web Services is the most leading and popular cloud now. And then the worldwide cloud infrastructure, uh, this is what the amount that the cloud providers get from the whole world that uses the cloud infrastructure. And this is our war graph between the AWS, Azure, and the Google Cloud. So the orange line depicts the cloud. I mean the 2019 versions, and the blue ones are the 2022 cloud revenue. Google Cloud just brought down to 8%, and the Microsoft has increased its growth. And this is the top 3 cloud vendors and the growth as per the cloud vendors. So these are the top 4 cloud providers. Here we have added the Alibaba Cloud, which is the 4th most used cloud provider. And coming to the conclusion part. So as we can see, besides the cloud, the business and technology are combining on an upper scale. So all the organizations are under increasing pressure to be more imaginative, inventive, and viable, transparent, and to improve operational excellence while reducing costs. So the rise of cloud computing provides new opportunities for organizations to address both long-term and short-term challenges. So the key results of our work are that we have performed experiments of creating a Windows server on all the 3 clouds. And by the way, we have just showed 2 just because of time constraint. And we have also depicted the plots of growth and usage in the modern world. So this work could be taken further by experimenting uh, in different fields of work, like the machine learning, data science, software development, agriculture, and many more fields. So this project could be used in all the sectors to develop their livelihood, and most importantly, to store the very informative data. So this will definitely be helpful for the next generation, and they could improve in all aspects of security and development. And that's all about our presentation. Thank you.